Alright, hello everybody. We're back with some continuation of this scenario 6 of Armageddon War. And title is Sounds Like Urky. Sounds like Urkel. Well, I'm not really sure about that one. But anyway, it's been about a week since I've been back here. I had to kind of study and find out what was going on, where I left off. It's chit draw time. You can see by all the markers on all these units that everybody's pretty well moved. Russians were the last ones to move. They're going ahead and just doing an infantry assault on this area around the biggest victory point getter, and that's a presidential palace. But it's got vehicles and everything bunkered up. He's got a little bit of help on his flanks and some armor coming on up through the urban areas. So the big fight's just going to be right here. See what everybody can do. It's all the all-important chit draw. We got more pro-Russian forces coming up through here, and the Turkestan or Turkmenistan forces are trying to make a stand here, trying to protect our key buildings. So let's go ahead and get us another chip draw here. My chip cup, and it is the Al Zawahiri, the Al Zawahiri, and I believe that is my heavy armor down here. They're coming on up, so they'll get a chance to move on up. This is all Sela militia. These are Russians, so I won't move them. We'll see what these T-74s want to do. I'm pretty sure that's the whole unit. Yeah, that's all these guys. That's all this is, a couple T-74 platoons. So we move them up, and I'll show you what's going on. I'll be right back. Okay. First thing I want to do is look around here and see if anybody can out-fire me, but they all got markers on them, which is good for me. So I'm just going to go ahead. I see the armor's already moving up, so I'm not even going to attempt my initial move, which is to get up through the suburbs to come up this way. I'm shooting straight up, so he's got 6. We'll go ahead and 1, 2. The road's clogged there. You can never have two units in a hex. It's the limit no matter what, so you have to go around the traffic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all he can do. Oh, that's just it. You take the markers off him first. So he's got a marker off him, but now I'll put him back on. So I'll just keep the green marker with him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I believe that'll be it for the Al Zawahiri. That's a quick move. That was a quick thing going on there. I don't believe they'll fire at anybody. Although I think they can see this guy here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now they're a little bit further away. Can I see him? Yeah, oh, I think I can see him really good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Move and fire. Move and fire. I don't believe we can let him get away. So we're going to get us some dice there. Oh. Starting off with 5. Alright, he is in no cover. Just sitting there. But his shield is 3, so we'll take off 3 of these. Down to 2, that's not good. What else? They are both black technologied. My old boy is running and firing, so of course that's going to be 2 here. Gotta find out if this old boy here wants to counter fire or stay put. He can't retreat because he's not in cover. That provides him with the dice quality modifier. He can't counterfire though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, he can't counterfire because he's out of range, which makes it real easy. Rolling 2 dice against T-72M, and we're firing with a T-72B1. Now let's go ahead and we'll look at this gold versus a gold shield. I guess that's good. That's no big deal. All right. Oh, no problem because it's 0 anyway on the shot. All right. Well, that'll take care of him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's out of range by 1, so he can't. That's the only thing we could do. I couldn't let him just get out of there, get away. Next thing we got is another chit draw. The all important chit draw to decide the game. And it is. It's a Al-Mansur, which is the Turkmenistan or whatever the hell. Turkmenistan rebels. And they're up here. Okay. Who's got a command marker? Okay, the Russian side already put theirs down. This is the other side. What will we do with this logistic marker? I believe I am going to put the logistic marker down to help with some of these, recover some of these hits. So what that just representing is putting down a bunch of supplies. I got to find out where I want to put the supplies though. 2 hexes from a unit. I guess I'll put them right here. Logistics, out of sight, out of range. So they're down there within the building, so I'll keep it there. I'm going to use that. I think I'm going to use that more for regaining steps instead of trying to get everybody back in the fight. So I think regaining steps will be the key. So now that that is there, let me go ahead and look at the sequence of play. Draw a command chip, upkeep actions for the active formation. And then you put the logistics marker. Okay, so get my ahead of myself here. This guy here took a hit, but he can take another step. He can take. All right. Should we get this all the right way with all these markers around, flying around? Alright, Al-Mansur. Yeah. Take the green off of him at the presidential palace, get him ready to go, put green on him. Works out like that. So I want him on the bottom since he's preoccupied. Got 1 unit ready to go with a shot too. Is this Al-Mansur? No. Alright. I think that's going to be it. We got us a nice little tow missile here, folks. That is locked and loaded. We'll see if that wants to do anything. 2 infantry, 1 pinned. Trucks in the back. Alright. I'll be right back. Running out of time. Okay, I am back. Now on these upkeep actions, I forgot that he can reduce another one to green because he is in defendable terrain. If I had my logistic marker there, he would have been able to get back into fighting condition. So it's logistics over here. Alright. See if any of these other guys, these guys are all in defensible terrain, so they will come get good. They will be oh, he's not. He's different formation. Okay, so that's it. Up to dated. I got 2 tow missiles ready to go. Bad news for the pro-Russian player. Alright, let me see what my Al-Mansur militias want to do. Be right back. Okay, first thing we're going to do is put that logistic marker on down there, so that won't help us now, but it'll help us next time. Anybody within 2 hexes, hopefully they won't get pushed back too far. That can only be placed out of range or out of sight of the Russians, which it is so far. I don't think I want to move it back too much, so I'll leave it there. Let me go ahead and figure out my moves. We'll be right back. Alright, we're back with the ISIS-leaning Islamic forces, radical Islamic forces. They're up. They got some heavy-duty weapons. I got a couple of tow missiles, and I was just thinking, I just watched a couple of videos on these tows, and oh my god, they are wicked. One thing I noticed about them, and I'm not really sure if I was correct when I seen it happen, but what these tow missiles actually do is fly over the top of the target and explode above it. They don't really hit it; they explode above it. When of course that armor of the tank, its weakest armor is above too. But the initial explosion is kind of, it's kind of, big. It's a little bit, it's kind of, but it's the after effect I guess, of all the ammo in the tank that blows up afterwards, it really knocks it out. I mean, it blows that turret like 50 yards up in the air. I mean, it really destroys those tanks. I think all these missiles here are airburst. They're all designed to go above the tank and then destroy and then explode. But we got a couple of them right now I'm looking at. They're going to take full advantage. Which ones do I want to get? These guys aren't loaded. These guys, this one here isn't. They all got markers on them. Okay, well, there's a plethora of targets for my 2 toes. It just depends on which ones I want to hit. Let me see. My first toe. Oh, if I can get off. It's one thing you got to be about these games is have counter management. It can't be shaky or anything like that. Okay, let's go ahead and put him over here to improve position. We know he's there. First toe. Let's get us 8 dice, which will be 6 max is all you could shoot. So here we go with the 6. Alright. He's standing in one spot. This is going to be a deadly shot. I'm going for the BMP that's closest. So get rid of his cornet. That's going to be insignificant. Oh, he's only got a 1. So those things aren't that good. Alright, let's take one of these away for his initial. Alright, now one thing we do see here, or we will see, is the technology is against the rebel forces, against the Russians. So we will take one of these black dice and make it a green. But I think that's going to be it. I don't see anything else. He's well within range. As a matter of fact, he's half ranged. So let me see if that makes a difference. Be right back. Okay, here we go. Red circle. Firepower cannot be used at extended range and gets no bonus at close range. So no bonus for that guy being only 2 hexes away. Another thing. Oh, I was going to go to range, but that pretty well cuts that out. That's about it. Counterfire or retreat. So what does he counterfire with? Oh, man. If he counterfires, does he counterfire with a cornet and all that other good stuff? Alright, it just means he counterfires, that's all. Counterfire, he can't retreat. I believe he will counterfire, so that'll take this dice here up to a black. Alright, there might be civilian casualties. Oh, wait, wrong hex. In this hex. But that's about it. That is the way you do that one. He is going to counterfire, so it's going to be the top Russian unit. They're both Russian, so it don't matter, I don't think. See if that guy. No, that's about it. I do want to notice that this toe is a golden number against a golden shield, so we'll find out what that means. Let me go look at those numbers real quick, and I'll be right back. See what those colors mean. All right, I'm back. So we were at an attack here. Yo toe going after the poor little BMP, so this ain't gonna be good, but they're counter-firing. So there could be some hits, and there could be some civilian casualties, so let's see what goes on here. Okay, we got 2 starbursts there, so there's definitely gonna be some victory points taken against the ISIS player. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. I think that totally destroys that BMP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We will look at a what's the primary number there is gold. Shield there is gold, which means 1-on-1, so that's going to be 6 hits. That's going to destroy the BMP. Replace him with a wrecked marker. Alright. Put this back here. This in the support weapons. And the Turkmenistan forces get their first trophy, which is a BMP. Now, let's look at the civilian losses, -1 victory point. He's got doubles on those little collateral damages, so I should think he should get 2. We'll go back here to the civilian loss sheet. What did I do with my civilian loss sheet? Oh, here it is. I'm going to put it down here as a slash as 1, 2. Okay, no double shield, so the Russians aren't going to incur any losses. But, well, hold on a second. Let's see if we're doing this right. I'm actually firing into here, and he's firing into me on a counter fire. So this fire here is not going into an urban area, so that doesn't count at all. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take these 2 off for the Turkmenistan forces. The only one that could have incurred civilian losses was the counter fire, and that didn't happen. So we'll go ahead and put me a green marker underneath that toe. Like I said, those toes are deadly. No wonder that thing got nailed. So I'll put the fear of God in them. Got another toe ready to fire. All right. Grab all my dice here, see what I want to do. Oh, we got. I believe that other toe is going to fire at the same one. So I forgot what that is. Let's start this over again. 6 dice max. -1. 1 for technology. And when I give him a why did it go back up? Technology. Maybe he wasn't supposed to have got. Maybe it should have been. I should have rolled that instead. Let me look what's going on. We'll be right back. All right, he counterfired. The other one counterfired. So, oh, is this one going to do the same thing? I didn't apply any counterfire hits too, did I? He had a bunch of those. Let me look at those. I still got to apply counterfire hits. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. All right, on that last attack, he shot back with 2 counterfire hits. So the maximum amount of hits he can do is 4. And we got to go to the counterfire modifiers. Minus the attacker's defense value, which would be 2, because I'm in improved positions. So we're down to well, we only had 2 counterfire hits, so we're down to 0 then. Minus the defense value, so 2 shields minus my 2 defense values, 0. So we did it right. Well, we didn't do it right, but it turned out right. So no counterfire hits. Realizing that on this guy's die roll, I don't think I'm going to help him any by counterfiring. It didn't help on the last guy who rolled. I mean, I could get a bunch of shields, but that'd be doing civilian casualties. So I'm just going to go ahead and we're just going to take it. Or should we give orders to go down and fight? Oh, those guys aren't really unscratched. Okay, I'll counterfire. I'll counterfire. The Russians don't care about civilian casualties. I just want to nail those guys. So the Russians can get civilian casualties if they get to 2 shields. Let's go ahead and roll this on it. Look at all that. All right, let me make sure I did all this right, or if I added all the modifiers. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I rolled 6 dice. It should only be 5. I forgot to take off 1 for the BMP shield. So I'm going to take off 1 for a shield. We're going to re-roll that. BMP's got better technology than the toe. So that makes one of those dice a green dice. Okay, I totally jumped the gun on that one. Sorry about that. Let me see what else we got here. Now, will the BMP want to counterfire? No, so we're shooting with 5 dice. Oh, he does want to counterfire. That's right. He said to hell with it. We're firing anyway. So I just did it the right way. Just rolled 1 more die than I should, but we'll roll it over. And like I said, the shields will be collateral damage. We'll explain. All right, well, there's 2 collateral damage, so the Russians going to take 2 victory point losses. So let's go back up here and mark it off 1, 2. One of my little Russian losses there. And he got some good counterfire. Alright, we got him with 3 hits right off the bat. So let's go ahead. That'll be 1, 2, and he'll flip him over, so don't destroy him. I'm going to put him down here, but he got some good counterfire. He's still got his Cornet missile. Alright, now we got to add up that counterfire though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 counterfire hits. Alright, the maximum he can do is his attack strength, which would have been 4. Minus the attacker's defense value is 2, so now he's down to 2 hits. Minus any action Ds. He don't have no action. He was non-actioned. The one that just fired. So it's down to 2. Minus 1 if the attacker is in defensive terrain, which he is, so we're down to 1 hit. So the toe will have 1 besides his green because he fired, so he'll give him a yellow. We'll put him on the bottom since he's got the most action markers on him. Other toe will go on top with 1 action marker. And they're both in improved positions. Hold down. Alright, let me get everything straightened up here. Oh boy, here they got no action markers. Ah, come on. How'd that happen? On the Almasaur. They just moved. Did he fire? Alright. Go up here. This guy is like that. Alright. Almasaur. I guess that guy isn't firing. He's infantry. Hasn't done nothing yet. Alright. So far we've taken out 1 BMP and pretty well knocked another one down. Barely survived on the hot ride that toe, but it did. And got 1 hit on us, so counterfire on that one. Oh, I guess my infantry will fire 2 hexes. Well, let me see if that's even worth it. I'll stay there for fire opportunities in case anybody moves. I'll stop them in their tracks. Almasaur. That's it for the Almasaur player. So we got going on here. Just a little slugging match. Everybody's hitting each other. But most importantly, those toes are already used up. So we'll see what happens next in our next chit draw. Be right back. Alright, well that's going to be it for the Turkmenistan player. Did a little bit of damage. Probably could have wanted to do more. I got that infantry unit there, but like I said, anybody moves, I'm going to go ahead and not fire with them, so there's an advantage to not using them. Now for the all-important chit draw. And we'll see what goes on here. We got that logistics marker there, so stocking up on our position to be some ammo, medical supplies, that helps. All right, we got a Russian player here, and it is the 696th. So momentum, taking a little bit of a change here. All right, this boy here, he's vehicle, not in defensive position, so he will go from shaken to pinned. Although, does that wreck afford him defensible position? I don't think so. Alright, next thing that comes out, 1 automatic, 1 for being defensible position, and 1 for being next to a logistic marker of their own, which they are not, so I think he's only going down 1. Boy, these things are bad. I just got bad coordination here. Alright. This one here will go down to 0. Grab me a yellow for the old other platoon. Still pinned. Alright, and he's not in defensible position, so that would have went down 2 if he would have been in defensible position. But he's out in the clear. Okay, everybody else will get ready for action. Get ready. Oh, get ready for action and in defensible position. So this one here's okay. This little boy here goes down from he's in the road, so that don't help him down. He's still pinned. He's got pinned from his last combat too, so he's recently pinned. All right, that'll be it for the 696. We got a bunch of units action free and ready to go. Mark that down for you there. So we will see how they will assault that presidential palace. We'll be right back. Alright, the fight for the whole presidential palace position is getting pretty intense. And just as rather fate would have it, the old Russian 696 rifle has got the initiative. And the toes fired, knocked out, pretty well took care of the closest BMPs, but unfortunately there's two cornets. And they got their laser rangefinders or whatever sitting on these nice two BMPs. The only thing is the BMPs are in improved positions. So we'll see how much it helps. I don't know why that's doing that. It goes through all my videos. It does that. So hopefully we'll keep it there and it'll keep you guys from going crazy. But anyway, the vehicles are in improved positions. We'll see if it helps. I don't think it will. We'll see how good these cornets are. But the first one, of course, is going to fire at the lower unit down here that's already pinned. And trying to destroy all opposition in that presidential palace area. So we're going to go ahead and fire the first one. Orders come down. Fire, fire. So that's what they're going to do. Let me see here. We're starting off with 6. Get down here to that BR. That what do they got down here? Ooh, they got that BMP, that light one. He's got a shield of 1, so we'll take 1 off. But he is in. No, that's right. I don't think Urban's is defendable for vehicles, which it's not, so he don't get a reduced quality for that. But the Russian does, because he's got a red lightning bolt versus the Russian black. Changing one of these black dice to red. Okay, Russian's already looking at collateral damage. He's got 3 marks against him. So let me see what else we got to do here. Oh, shoot. We took off 1 for his armor. We need to take off another one. So let me go ahead and knock that one down. Another one here. And up for the armor. He's got the old X on his marker. So that means he's got to stand still, which he is, to fire. So that's about all I see. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Like I said, let me recheck on that light urban for vehicles. That's a tractor vehicle, light urban, tracked and wheeled vehicles. No defense quality modifier. So that will be it. Now he is already pinned, so we're gonna fire away. Hopefully we don't get too many collateral damages. That could be a real pain in the butt there, but I just want to get that presidential palace destroyed. Maybe we'll walk with a little bit of a lighter footprint from then on, but right now we're gonna go ahead and fire. So we will put the green marker underneath the unit that fired, and he's gonna fire one of those cornets at this BMP. Oh, now let me see. You don't get no modifier for direct defensive terrain. And a matter of fact, he's in a road. But he's got urban cover around him, so he can't retreat. Does he want to counterfire? I believe he does. I believe he does, because he don't have to risk the civilian casualties. Russian players in cultivated terrain, so the only one that can be penalized is the Russian player. So he's going to go ahead and counterfire at the risk. So we'll go ahead and counterfire. What does he need to do? Then he'll lower that. Well, nope. He's going to counterfire, which increases it by 1. Okay. So here's what we're looking at. Firing at the BMP. And being counterfired upon. Okay. Oh, let me see. Can he counterfire with that yellow marker? Yeah, he can. but it probably might not be worth much. So, okay, so number one, the Russian incurs civilian casualties with those 2 bursts. So we'll go ahead and give him another mark against him. He's already got opponent civilian losses -4 victory points. But he will incur 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. And that will pretty well, we see 1, 2, 3 is about all he could suffer. Has he already hit once? No. 1, 2, 3 is all he could suffer, so that will eliminate him. Let me get me a rect marker. At the presidential palace. Then the other one is still green. We got casualties, so we go ahead and everything marked off here. Second unit for the Russian player. And what's he shooting back with? Alright, 1, 2, 3 shields. Alright. Counterfire. Minus the attacker's defense value. -1, so that's 3 shields down to 2. Minus any actions. He had 2, so that's -2 already, so that's down to 0. So yeah, his counterfire wasn't worth it. Shouldn't have counterfired. I should have known that. So it might have cost me. It might have cost him his life. So no counterfire markers going on there. Alright, I'm going to straighten up stuff. I'll be right back.